Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Stewart in at the 5. They get the rebound from the arc. The shot that time not on target. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Ivy. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Back to Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Well, where was the defense? You can't let a big man like Stewart get this deep.
Portis against Harris. Doncic outside. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Cunningham. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago, Thompson outside. Ivy against Reeves. There's Cunningham with a 3. Hurdle grabs a miss. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Ingram, the pass to Reeves. Back to Ingram. From downtown, and there's Reeves. That one's good on the assist by Ingram.
That's a nice find by Ingram, getting it to the open man.
Will stand for the Detroit Pistons. The rebuild continues.
Well, Brian, it's a process that almost every franchise has to go through at one time or another. You just hope players don't feel lost in the shuffle and they keep playing their best basketball.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Pistons trail by 4. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Some changes now for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for Portis. And it's Pippen in for Reeves. And a switch here also for Detroit. Beasley's checked in for Tobias Harris. Three-pointer Stewart gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Preparation paying off for Stewart. He was on his spot and ready to go the second he got the ball.
And book it for Vanderbilt. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Cunningham with the ball. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game, and he gets it to go.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Beasley against Ingram. Kicks it to Doncic. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Now here's Hardaway. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Vanderbilt with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. Doncic outside. 4-3. Detroit with a rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one, and he knocks down the first one. And the Pistons making a change here.
At the line for 2.
No good on the second free throw. Ingram, and a slam dunk by Ingram.
It's the little plays like that that can make all the difference. Not boxing out on free throws is a killer.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Los Angeles. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside. And challenge that interior defense.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, Austin Reeves out there with Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Pippen in at the one spot. That's the Laker 5. Hardaway shot is good.
Yeah, that's like a layup to Hardaway at this point in his career.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's Vanderbilt. Holland with a rebound.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pippen pass to Finney-Smith to the inside. The putback. He's off on that one. An opportunity now for them to get back on top.
Yeah, they've kept it within arm's length. Now they need to make a play.
Portis, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Now into the lineup, your Lakers.
Harris Harris passes to Schroeder.
Number 9.
Back to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
The Lakers have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Pippen. And the shot goes in. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Goodwin. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Pippen. And here's Portis. And he buries his first look.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Now here's Harris. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic comes in for Pippen. Stewart, he's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Schroeder. Vanderbilt inside. That one's good for 2. Vanderbilt's got his second basket of the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And stolen by Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. The rebound by Detroit. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. That'll be the 3rd stop of this 4-game trip.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
And there's 1:38 left in the second. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen. Ingram against Hardaway. Some solid defense from Stewart. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Well, the pressure on Cunningham when he came into the league was immense. He's gone through adversity, but he's never stopped working to improve.
Inside, here's Doncic. Doncic throws it down.
You got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers would drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And a relentless drive by Cunningham. The defense goes to cut him off, and he makes sure to get fouled.
Hurdles checked in for Vanderbilt.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Doncic, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. It's good.
Look at Ivy attacking the second he has the angle he wants.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage. Wow, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Nice finish from Luka.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Lakers ahead. They're up by 3. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks.
Taking a look at the Lakers. You know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear in...
And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
He's been hunting.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. And it's Stewart in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Portis, the pass to Doncic. And he can't get that one. Cunningham with some nice D. Thompson outside for the lead. Rebounded by Ingram. The Lakers in the lead. Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Pippen, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And here's Ingram from the arc. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. The Lakers with the ball, trailing by 5. And here's Ingram from the arc. And Ivy pulls it down.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to come and regroup.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
And here's Ingram outside, and the three-pointer goes. Ingram's got 5 points.
Well, a bit of a cold start to the second half. They need to settle down and get some better looks.
And it's Cunningham missing.
Well, when he's got space to operate inside like that, he is not going to hesitate.
Pass to Pippen. Out to Portis. Now Reeves. 6 to shoot. Here's Pippen. And here's Ingram from the arc. Again, the miss by Ingram.
Well, he continues to make the effort. but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knocked away. To the middle. Here's Harris. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Lakers trail by 6. And here's Ingram outside. Drains the triple. Give him 8.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Thompson passes to Harris. From 13, and he hits the jumper. And the Pistons lead by 5.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And here's Ingram outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Outside for Ingram. Let's go with a 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Cunningham looking it over. Thompson finds Stewart. Ivy against Reeves. Thompson with a screen. A clear look for Ivy. Back to Stewart. And here's Harris outside. Sinks it from distance. Harris has got 8 here in this quarter. It's been all about Tobias Harris for Detroit. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's Pippen in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Holland can't hit. The Lakers trail. Here's Goodwin. And he comes up with a bucket. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
And that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, he tries a 3. Here's Reed, and he dunks it down.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
They push it up 4 on 3. Holland can't hit.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Portis down low. He's guarded by Beasley. They get it back. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Lakers lead by 1.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Some changes now for the Lakers. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Reeves comes in for Goodwin. And Doncic has subbed in for Pippen. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 1-point game. Three-pointer. Cunningham, confident in his range.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Doncic with it. Guarded by Stewart. Doncic, no good. Detroit leading by 4. Here's Ivy. Thompson left side. Here's Harris. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
And for Harris, it's about getting into a rhythm. Once he does this, he can take over games.
Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Releases from 15. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, just huge points there from Ingram. His length is so often an advantage in those situations.
.114 left to play in the 4th quarter. Cunningham against Doncic. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line. For 1. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
It's stolen by Ingram from deep 3-point land. And the Lakers get it back.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Cunningham, and here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Pass to Ingram for 3. Laces one from 3.
Well, I can tell you, in moments like this, Ingram wants the ball in his hands, and he can deliver.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to win it.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. .26 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Oh, he buries it from outside.
Rising to the occasion, more and more you can lean on Harris in these situations.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
He gets the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
At the line for the Pistons,
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
the 4th team. At the line for the Lakers, Jacob Poeltl taking 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Ivy outside, puts up a 3. That shot missing. Now here's Pirtle. So it's a narrow victory for the Lakers, pulling it out for the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win. And so, Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie.
Now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Los Angeles Lakers. At center, Jakob Poeltl.
This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one. beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call it. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Austin Reeves. Bobby Portis out there with Ingram. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Doncic in at the point. And there's the drive, and the slam by Moody.
Butler, a team-first guy willing to dish that rock all the time.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Detroit.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. And here are the Warriors now after the basket by the Lakers. Curry looking it over. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's stolen by Hield. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
Look, that's exactly what you want to see from Butler. He's at his best when he's attacking the rack.
Here's Ingram. 5 points in the game. Here's Reeves. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Take a look at the Warriors. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next lead.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
The Lakers making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Shots good by Butler.
And this is Jimmy's sweet spot. He loves finding room to shoot that mid-range jumper.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. For three, Ingram. The rebound by Hield. The Warriors lead it. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Pippen's checked in for the Lakers. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to Indiana.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Podziemski. Another three for Golden State.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ingram outside. From past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Outside, Kuminga. The three. Rebound the Lakers. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Tries it from the top of the key. That shot, no good. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So for the Lakers right now, Austin Reeves out there with Pippen. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Jarred Vanderbilt. And it's Goodwin in at the 3, the small forward.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Reeves. And Santos pulls it down. The Warriors trailing. It's Curry outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Podziemski's got 5 now.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
And here are the Warriors now. Pass to post. Now Kuminga. Podziemski on the wing. Pocket 6. There's a good screen. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Post gets it to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Portis, he's checked in for Vanderbilt. Ingram comes in for Goodwin. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Pippen. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Steph Curry, what a finish!
And you see how Steph altered his pace there. Sometimes it looks like he isn't moving at all, and then bam, he goes warp speed.
The Lakers trail. Nice move. And it's laid in by Reeves.
And the advantage he has is obvious. It's clear. I mean, just taking what the defense gives him there.
1:49 left in the first half of basketball. Curry way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on him.
So, Clark, the last couple NBA seasons featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense.
Here's Ingram. He takes it in and slam dunk by Ingram.
You know, he's a good ball handler. Brandon Ingram, he can kind of pick his way through most any defense because of it.
It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end. forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Lets it go from deep. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Butler kicks to Curry. Shoots over Ingram. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
The shot's good.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by a bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even...
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
Even teams that have great shooters have to be selective. They're hooked.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Draymond Green is out there with Butler. And it's Moody in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There can be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Curry can't get it to go. And the Lakers with possession here. They host the Kings after this game, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Curry after the basket by the Lakers. From deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Stephen Curry. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Dittos to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Reeves in the corner. Portis against Green. 5 to shoot. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Doncic has got 11 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Butler. The 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Los Angeles leading by 3. a strong move inside.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Curry passes to Green. And here is Butler. Outside Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Reeves outside. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Dominguez come in for Moses Moody. And the Lakers also making a change. Vanderbilt's checked in for Bobby Portis. Now, here's Doncic. On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Butler finishing at the other end.
Blazing speed on display from Butler. Superb at finding a way to get behind the defense in transition and taking what he could.
Oh,
my
goodness!
That was special. Did you guys see that from Luka? My goodness, some extra sauce there.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Ingram. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Making it look so easy right now. Once Ingram catches fire like this, he finds ways to stay hot.
.52 seconds left to play here in the third. Healed outside. They set the pick. They grab their own miss. And Post gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Reeves, and he converts the layup. Reeves has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Austin Reeves has handles that are kind of sneaky but very effective. He's clever at getting shots for himself.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Butler hammering it home.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Golden State's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops.
Continuing to work on refining his craft. Butler puts in a great amount of time, maybe more than most.
He doesn't get the second one. The 3 for Doncic. He's off on that one. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Lakers lead by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Portis. Pippen is out there with Goodwin. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward.
Number 12,
Kuminga against Ingram. It's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Key. Hits it from three-point range. Key's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Warriors.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps it was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
Oh, an aggressive take from Ingram inside, earning the whistle in the process.
So both teams making some changes here. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Count the basket. 20 points for Brandon Ingram.
And, you know, as time goes on, Ingram continues to embrace more responsibility. He wants to be the focal point of this offense.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
So it's the Warriors now. To the inside. Green. And Green slams it in.
Green showing you some real attitude on that throwdown.
And here is Doncic. Curry with the steal to take the lead. And it's good on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 2. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul of the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
From the line, Hield can't hit. And for the Lakers, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%. And Butler sends it back.
That shot never had a chance thanks to the quick hands of Jimmy Butler.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Butler from outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. Poeltl's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Portis, and he uses the glass on the lane.
This is Portis in his comfort zone, scoring deep inside.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
The competitive fire and clutch ability of Green comes out in these big moments.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Doncic. Doncic very comfortable down low.
How impressive is Doncic? This guy is incredible at stepping up in big moments.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ingram deciding where to go with it. A steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Curry.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
1:16 left in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Moody with it. Reeves with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Portis kicks to Ingram. It's up a 3. That shot no good. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 1-point game. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. And here they come. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hield so good at finding ways to get it in the hoop, regardless of who's defending.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And here we go. It's Butler. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
That's the way to go.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game. And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Off the inbound.
It falls! Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes